And I wouldn't say at that point I was just learning the rules of the game, learning some of the card pool. I wouldn't say that I really started taking the game serious in any capacity until partway through OP 15. Um, I was playing an L, but I didn't really enjoy the deck that much, so I didn't have a lot of motivation to play. And then leading into OP 16 is when I picked up Rosi, seeing the Sakazuki and Navy stuff, and that's when I really started seriously trying to learn the game and improve. But I'm just struggling to see. I see some of my misplays in real time, and I do record some games and watch some on my own, but I struggle to identify my misplays. And some of these matchups, like Nami, is one that I consistently struggle against. I start off having a game plan, and then once the tempo starts to swing, I just kind of get lost.
Alright. Yeah, I we'll just hop into the game. Can you see the screen right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think you are pretty familiar with our perfect curve, but then when things get like a bit out of the like perfect way to play it, I think you're just a little lost. And then alright, so
Yeah,
here,
I'd agree with that.
okay, against Nami, okay, that's the only target, that's good. Okay, and then here, what I would do is I would play the Rosi Searcher first here, because you have two searcher right here, right? And usually
Yeah.
you want to leave the harder search for last so that you can gain more information before you do the harder search. And in this case, the Rosi searcher is an easy decision because all you're looking for is just your 6-cost Rosi. But then the Navy searcher is a bit harder because you're gonna have Saka, you're gonna have Rosie Law, you're gonna have Forza. Those are all cards that you want. So I'll play the easy searcher first, and I'll leave the harder decision for later after I have the information of what I pick up and what I see from the earlier searcher.
So I think my frame of thought was to play the Navy Searcher as to not possibly search past Asaka and also keep a 1K in hand. I don't know if that's like flawed thinking, but I figured I'd have the 1K, the search, the follow-up search with the Rosie Searcher, the subsequent turn if I needed it.
Okay, the filtering break part, like getting rid of break part, is valid when you already have your curve. But here against Nami, the most important thing is you want to play Rosie Law. And you don't just play one Rosie Law, you want to play like 2, 3, 4 of them. Because
Okay.
after they graph blade you need the extra Rosie Law to redevelop your board. So here you almost always play the two searcher, and if you are always gonna play the two searcher, you go Rosie searcher first. Now, there is a case where you don't want to play both of the searcher. That is when you already got everything. And this Rosie searcher has some chances of missing. It has like 5% miss chance, like depending on how many law you run. But usually you just run like 17, 16 law, and there's a decent chance that it will miss. So if you don't want to risk it, I get it. But now you are missing Rosie Law, so you have to play it later or like sooner or later. And here, 5 is good, 5 is good. Okay, this turn is good. Okay, so here, a possible thing you can do is you could swing 7/7 here. Did you realize?
I can swing 7/7 here.
Yes, you can put one
Oh
down.
yeah, I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
go one and then yeah, summon Rosie Law swing 7. No, I didn't realize it in the moment.
Yes, yeah. Okay. Oh, and also I think there's an early mistake here. That is here they swing 6, right? So when they swing 6, I believe you throw the 2K, but here you should just get the 1K value. I would go block rip law because the 2K is actually quite important. because later in the game, when they have like Kiku and Nami on the board, these are the stuff that you can't really get rid of. And you're gonna need the 2k for later. And here, if you don't use the blocker right now, the blocker value is lost. So you're gonna give 1k here. Like even if you might play the Rip Law, like in the following turns, you're gonna find the second Rip Law. But like you can never have enough 2k. You can have enough Rip Law, but never enough 2k.
That makes sense.
And here, okay, even if you cannot swing 7-7, let's say you have like 5 down here, and the best you could do is go 7-5, then in this case you actually still swing the 7 first, because it's just good habit. Because let's say they have a Perona in trash, and then um they actually like have the Perona that jumps from life, and their leader is 7k already. Like in that case, your 5k, instead of like wasting your 5k swing, your 5k can go to the rested Perona that just triggered. So yeah, leave your 5k
Okay.
swing for last if you can, because like
Yeah,
swinging, yeah,
I think so versus like Teach, I swing board first, to play around Vasco,
yes.
um, play around other cards, like use leader ability first to try to play around Vortex if they see it. But I feel like I'm most of the time, if the life isn't hard stacked by something that they did, if they don't have a Perona and trash, I still try to go like lowest to highest. But you're saying most of the time with this deck, you should just be swinging leader last,
uh
or
Against
specifically this is a Nami
specifically
matchup.
Thriller Bark, like anything Thriller Bark, because the Thriller Bark trigger came out rested. I mean, just against Nami really, because the thing is Nami is a 7k leader, so you swing 5-7, they give you 2 card. But if you swing 7-5, that's also 2 card. The 5 is like meaningless. But then if you
Yeah,
swing 7, and then they take some of the 7, and then they have arrested Perona on the field suddenly, now your 5k swing has value. So against specifically Nami, you want to save your 5k swing last. Because usually it's meaningless, but sometimes it's meaningful. That is when they jump the Perona. And then, okay, okay, so here, I believe they went 8k or 5-6. Okay, so here, you cannot throw the Kobe here, because against Nami, your game plan is gonna be you will kill every single big drop that they play. Big drop meaning anything with 8k or more power, because when they have the big drop on board, they can just use the big drop to chip away your resources, and then just they can store the game infinitely long. But if you clear out all the big drops, they don't have pressure on you, and you will actually take their resources faster than they take yours. So you have to kill all the big drops here. And to do that, you're gonna need multiple Sakas, but here you only have one Saka. So this Kobe right here can find you the Saka, so it's very, very high value card in your hand. So here, they swing 5. You can either give the Riplo or the Bosa before giving the Kobe.
that makes sense because I remember thinking I know I want to out the Robins, out the big cards, and I was kicking myself for not having access to another Sokka in the subsequent turns.
Yeah, yeah, I think you can see that. And so, okay, swinging face is good. Yeah, and then Riplo is good as well. Here, okay, here. You can swing the 6 as well, right? Do you die? You don't die, right? Oh wait, you might die. So let's say they go Zeus and then split 2-way. That's gonna be 9-10. Can you counter 9-10? No, you cannot counter 9-10. So yeah, leaving the blocker up is correct then.
Yeah, I feel like I'm pretty I'm usually pretty good at identifying when they can kill me, but I often try to play around too many things, which leads to me being too passive, and I think I leave that 6k up probably too often, like on the whole.
Mm, you just want to be like exactly not dead. And if by leaving the 6k standing you play around something, and that's usually correct if you can win the game anyway. Like if leaving the 6k standing doesn't change the turn that you're gonna kill them, then leaving the 6k standing is correct. But if by making the 6k standing you kill them one turn later, then it's not worth.
That makes sense. Never thought about it that way.
Okay, and then usually against Nami, you want maximum pressure. And here you have three of the Rosi law already. I'm just going to play the Rosi law in this case. And then, so what I'm gonna do is I will swing 8 with Rosi. Wait. Okay, so here, okay, actually, the first thing you do is you're gonna go Sakai effect and then stage away the rested Dawn, because the Sakai will rest 1 and then get 2 active. And then you can use the stage to get rid of the rested Dawn so that you get the draw on pitch 1 first. Uh,
And what are you looking for? Just another Sokka, hopefully, deal with the Nico and go down to 0? Or what's the best possible draw here?
the best possible draw here is probably like counter event or something, because see here, if you play the Rosi Law, I mean, technically you could play Borsa Rosi Law, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could like use Saka, get the Dawn, and then reduce the Dawn, and play the Rosi, and then get the active Dawn, and then 5 cost, heal 1. But the problem is that is then you're gonna have let's say you swing with these, and then you're gonna have 1, 2 blocker, 2 life, and 0 counter, almost 0 counter in hand, right?
Well, you'd
So
have exactly 0, right? Because or no, you'd have the Borsa, but
yeah,
that's
we have
it.
1k
Because
counter. You
I
have
love you,
1k
Steph.
counter, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah,
So we could die if they have like Zeus or Graph Blade or something like that.
yeah.
So then if from the stage you're gonna find, let's say, a 2k counter, you're very happy then, and then you're gonna throw away maybe the Rosie, because okay, usually you don't want to throw away the Rosie, but the way it works is that you can grab back the Rosie with I love you when you need them, and you have 2 more Rosie already. So you can throw away the Rosie here just because you have so many and I love you. So then if you're gonna draw a 2k here, then you could like swing everything and then play the Rosie Law for maximum pressure. But here, if you just play the Bossa first, you're basically taking away your line of playing other stuff. So yeah, you're gonna Saka and then stage first.
Yeah, it's definitely a better play. I think I just had the Borsa play in my mind because I was fearing death, and I just autopiloted and just played it.
Yeah, fair enough. And then here, it actually makes the most sense. Oh, you have the effect. Okay, in that case, I think you should just swing 8 then.
Yeah, I think I was wondering here, like, can I swing? What can I swing without dying?
Yeah. That's good calculation. Did you account for the trigger as well? Like at best, they can trigger like a Kiku. So then they play around the Kiku trigger as well. But here, I don't think you die no matter what with this play. Kind of sad that we cannot swing the 7k here because that would be too risky. We have no counter in hand. And so here, uh, this is very obvious that their swing is just gonna be 7, 8, 8, right? And
Yeah.
from here, there are 7 cards in hand. So Nami will draw 1 if you take the life. So here we absolutely don't want to take the life. So we're gonna counter all 3 of the swings here. So the way you do this is you would block I love you this. And then for the AK and AK, you go block. In that way, you're
That's good.
denying them a card. And against Nami, denying them a card is like you swing 7 for 1 more time. It's the same thing. It's still 1 card. So here you still counted everything, but you gave them 1 extra card because you didn't do block I love you. They have 3 swings and you have 3 blockers, so you can block all. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't need the. I could have had. Yeah, I could have had the card off. I love you in hand.
Yeah. And so you're looking for the Saka, which is fair. Okay, you're gonna get the Kobe. And then yeah, now we cannot search anymore, and then we'll have to stage and hopefully find the Saka.
I think it was around here when I started feeling really lost. I'm like, I just don't feel like I have anything super impactful to do. At least that's how I felt.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Like, like he has a million cards in hand, and I'm like quickly running out of resources. Next turn, if he wants to swing out, I don't really have counter to deal with things, and like the 6 cost is probably, or the 4 cost promo law is probably dead. If I swing the Sokka and he really wants to kill it, he can kill it.
Yeah. I don't think they can kill the Saka though, because you're gonna have like standing blockers anyway. And so this turn, you use the Saka effect already. And then okay, yeah, that's fair.
I think my thought process was like, I don't have a ton of pressure on him, and he has a lot of cards in hand. And
Yes.
if he really want, like, he's not he doesn't get any immediate value out of playing Borsa. I may take a life off of him, but probably not. And if he wants to just attach on and swing out on Sokka, like, I have to lose something or lose a life. That was my thinking, is that like, okay, like, even if I leave both my blockers standing and just swing Sokka, I either lose one of them or take a life to protect, and then if I turn them sideways, take a life to protect, and he can just
Okay.
stack out on them. Like, I felt like I was losing at minimum 1 card off of my board, if not probably 2, if I went all in.
Yeah. So here we have a decision point here. So this Rosi law is always happening. What we're deciding is, do we want to swing like 7/7 more sevens, or do we want to play the bossa here? And for that purpose, we need to think about what we want to do to win this game on the other turn. So to win this game, we have to kill the Whitebeard, and this isn't hard for our hand because we have the Gum Gum Lightning already. So with just the Saka, we can kill the Whitebeard. But okay, to play Saka Lightning on that turn, you're not healing and you're also not playing a blocker. So on the Saka Lightning turn, you're gonna be a little bit defenseless. So here I'm leaning towards just playing the Rosi Law and the Borsa, and I'm gonna swing 8 into face. If they block this, I'll swing the Rosi Law as well. But if they don't block, then I'll just leave everything standing. And then, yeah, I'm just gonna play Rosi Law with the Borsa and then, uh, yeah, with everything up basically.
So are you saying that you just wanted to take a life? So if they just take the Sokka, then you'll just leave everything standing, or what? How did you make that determination on? whether or not you leave those standing.
Because he's 7k and you cannot swing 7k. That's why. So here I will swing the yeah into Robin is good. Okay, AK into Robin first, and then if they block, then you can swing again. But then uh if they counter for the Robin, then there's no point in swinging anymore because if you swing this, they're just gonna block. So if they still have the blocker up, it's better to also leave your blocker up so they get blocker value next turn. So yeah. This turn it should be possible for you to play the focus as well, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what you did. That's what you did. Okay, that's also what you do too, because they have the white beard standing, so you also leave your blocker standing. That's good. And then unfortunately you got graph blade. Here we have to take, no choice, and then we'll just blow this up. Throwing the Sakai is fair because you have too many. Oh, 10 to face? That's a bit too big, I think. Okay. Here, rather than going 10 to face, I think I'm leaning towards the Rosi Searcher. I know the Rosi Searcher has a chance to fail, but in this deck you're running 12 Searchers, and you can actually change Searcher into Searcher. So let's say you draw an AP Searcher, you can actually get to the bottom of your deck and then find the two Rosi Law that just got into the bottom of your deck. So by playing this, you're getting closer to your Rosie Law. And Rosie Law is still good in the late game because you run the female law. By playing female law into the Rosie Law, it's like Borsa, but it's 6 cost.
That makes sense. I never looked at the Rosie Searcher as just an avenue to clear cards to get to the
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
that's at bottom deck.
Because you know there's good stuff in your bottom already. It's guaranteed.
Yeah, yeah, I never looked at it that way.
But here it's kind of cooked. Yeah, it's cooked. So the big turning point on this game is definitely the turn where you didn't clear the 10 beard, and I think you could have won this game because if you like hold on to the Kobe Searcher, you search deeper into your deck and maybe you'll get to the Saka this way. Because this is not just one searcher. The searcher can search into the stage, and then the stage can search again. So this searcher can like dig really deep. So yeah, it's definitely the Kobe for this game. And
Yeah, that
then
makes sense. I don't think I would have. I don't think I would have identified that. I definitely didn't think about it at the time.
If I technically want to take first or second from
okay, here's the first Goofy match. I think this game you will play quite well, but there's a few things I would have done differently. So here, you're gonna play both Searcher anyway. Oh, you mulligan? Okay, yeah. So Kobe, no choice. So here, this is the first thing that I would have done different is that uh, I'm actually gonna take the 2K, I think. Because if you look at your hand, right, your hand is 0 counter. And Green Blue Luffy is a deck that is gonna swing a lot of sixes. So let's say they go 2 cost, and then next turn they're swinging 3 times already. And with this hand, you might be taking down to 1 life, and that's really bad for you. So like I know the Saka is good, but instead of the Saka, I think I would just take the 2K. Because let's say you like draw a Saka or you take a Saka from life, and now your hand is all break and it's bad. I would rather have the 2K. Okay, hit first to play around Graph Blade is nice. Alright. But for that purpose, you can swing 6 though. but I don't think it matters because you want them to counter anyway. So 5 and 6 doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Like this deck always pulls ahead in cards, and I just wanna like I can kill them later if I clearing the board is more important
Yeah.
than
Them countering
controlling
is
their
good for
hand.
you. So 5 to bait out misplay is actually quite good. But that can backfire sometimes. That is when they have like no 2k at all. Then they might just get the 1k value while they can. But that's very niche. And I don't think it matters. So it's fine. I was swing 6k though. And here, I believe you didn't play the Rosi Searcher, and this is like quite important actually. So here you have the extra dawn floating, like you're gonna swing 6/6 anyways. And then with the extra dawn, you can just play the 1 cost Rosi Searcher because there's actually no way that you can use the I love you here. Here they have 1, 2, 3 swings max. And for you to use the I love you, you need to throw away the 2k, take a life, and then I love you. But you still have the blocker. So what you end up doing is you block, take life, and then give the 2k. You don't use the I love you here. So it's better to just play the 1 cost searcher. Like for the body and for searching another Rosie Law. It's just good in general, the 2k body. The 2k body is extremely useful in this deck because you can reduce the character and then hit into them with the 2k body. So you don't have to spend a real swing on it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think once I assemble my pieces, I feel like I start to consistently undervalue the one cost Rosie.
Fair enough. Oh, you picked the promo law. That's kind of crazy. Okay. Okay, so here, okay, back to the start of the turn. Here, what I would do is, first of all, what we want to do this turn is not to play a 6 cost Rosie because here, as you can see, we have enough pressure already. I mean, yeah, okay, and they also don't have enough pressure on you because they didn't swing much on the previous turn. And here you can get away with playing the Zaka while staying alive. So here, what would happen if you play the Rosie Law is you play the Rosie Law, and then they're gonna graph blade the 2 Rosie Law, and then push with everything else, and then at that point the game is like almost done. Because after they graph blade, clear the Rosie Law, there's nothing for you to hit back into the 6k characters. And they're just chilling basically. But if you play the Saka here, if you think about it, the Saka is gonna give something minus 6k. So even if you don't kill that stuff, it cannot attack for the next turn. So it's like the Saka counter 1 swing for you, kind of like a blocker. And then when you have the Saka on board already, you can use these cards that will reduce your stun very freely. And then from that point you can take over the game because you can just clear the board and then you're gonna play boss out to heal and then you can stabilize from here. So this turn, no matter what, you're gonna play the 7 cost Saka here to play around Graph Blade. Because let's say you play the 7 cost Saka, worst case, they go Graph Blade into your 6 cost and 4 cost. For the next turn, you can use Saka to swing back into something, and then maybe play another Saka, and then you lead a swing into them, and then you lightning, kill something, or you play like a blocker, right? So with the Saka, there's a lot of stuff you can do.
Yeah, because I guess if they Gravely, they don't really have a lot of Dawn to work with.
Yeah,
So
so their board is
not
gonna
like
stay
they
like
can
this.
swing super big.
Yeah. One of them cannot swing anyway because it's minus 6k, so Sakai is very, very good
Yeah.
here. It's your best play. And now your turn is just very weak because basically you don't have anything that can contest their board like meaningfully. You're not like asking for 2 cards or anything. So if it's 1 card for 1 card, it's actually extremely worth for them to do. And then they can keep doing that too, because if it's 1 card for 1 card, then they will have enough card to defend the characters. But if you swing 8 to 6, they might counter the first one, the second one they cannot. And also here, I would consider not to swing this, but I think swinging is good. I would consider, but just considering. Swinging is good here, because you
Yeah.
never die here.
Yeah, I think I did this. I think I was looking for Rosi Law originally with the searcher to go Rosi promo, which you're right does not play around Grav Blade. And then once I saw the Rip Law, I think I went swing 8 to bait taking, and then Rip Law promo
Fair
Law.
enough.
Because I feel
Okay,
like I lose a lot to this deck when they have like just 10 cards in hand, just
yeah,
sitting
fair
there.
enough. So then, okay, for this one, the first 6k you could counter because you could counter the first 6k because there's a possibility that they will go 8k in it, and you would like to take life when they go 8k, so countering here is okay. And then for this one, you can consider taking the life already because there's only two way they can swing. They could go um they could go 6 7, or they could go 5 8. In the case of 5 8, after you take the life, you might get a 1k counter that is useless, and you can just use the 1k counter to defend. And so 5, and then for the 8, you'll block with the 5k, which is like something is gonna die anyway if they go for the 8, and it better be the 5k. And if they swing 6 7 and you take the life, then you just give the 2k anyway. It's the same, right? Because you're still giving a 2k here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if we're gonna take the life anyway, we want to take first, because maybe there's like a 1k that is useless from life. In this case,
That
it
makes
doesn't
sense.
matter. It's a break. Okay, kill the weenie for sure. And then, yeah, shrinking the... Here, I would actually shrink the buggy. Because, like, if you play, like how you play right now, there's a world where the hand is gonna be like 2k, 1k, and then maybe counter, and then maybe a 1-cost Luffy. And then they could go like 1-cost Luffy into the restand event, and you're extremely cooked that way. So you would like to clear as most of their board as possible.
Are
So then,
you're not scared of Brook?
broke? I mean, wait, you're right, you're right.
Or
Broke could kill you, right? Yeah, so shrinking the boa might be correct here.
I
Okay,
think that's what
but
I was thinking
yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah, yeah.
Brook.
Playing around broke is good. So, but even if you want to like shrink the boa, you want to go 8 into 6 first, because you're going for it anyway, right? And you don't want to give them information before they counter, basically, because they might over counter, or they might just let this go. Because if you play the 7 cost, right, and you shrink the boa already, they will know that your swing is just gonna be 6k and 8k, and they could defend the character. But if you go 8k first, they don't know what you do yet. You could go like 2 down here and then 8k swing into it again, so they would be countering for nothing. So they are extremely likely to just let this go if you swing 8 into 6 first. But if you go for the Saka first, they might just counter if they have enough counter in hand.
Okay, makes sense. It's like in the Nami matchup,
Yeah,
playing
yeah,
don't waste the Don before you swing, so they know
yeah,
that they can like block for free and Sokka's not coming. I get
yeah.
it.
Okay. Whoa, that's kind of crazy. They just let that go. Okay, so very mysterious play from the opponent, but I guess they have zero counter in hand then. Because that just now makes no sense unless they have zero counter in hand. Also here, they are trying to clear your 6k character, and you shouldn't let this go. Here you should just take life, because even if you take life and then this swing like really big, you could just block with the 5k. And compared to what you just did, you're gonna have a 6k character instead of a 5k character, and that's better. So I would take life here, because they have like one swing left. So here, they got nothing, and if you can clear the board, you just win. Yeah. Okay, and then yeah, just blow that up. Yep. Mm. Yeah, you don't have to swing the blocker here because they're dying anyway next turn. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
There's no weenies in the hand.
So for this hand, no weenie, no 4 cost, no 6 cost. You got nothing, so you have to mulligan this. This isn't much better, but you got a 4 cost anyway. Hmm. So I remember this game you played quite well in the early game. That's basically everything I would do. Yeah. I think 6 is alright.
What do you think about Noro Noro Beam Sword?
It's useful sometimes, but I really don't like the card because I feel like it's too situational, and it will just take away your dawn. Because normally for this deck, you don't want to leave 2 dawn up, because like with 2 dawn, you can play a focus law already, and you could maybe swing bigger. You could maybe just I love you, and there's a lot you can do with 2 dawn. Like you could even go for a lightning. So when you leave the 2 dawn for Noro, a lot of the time you've got better plays. Like the card is good sometimes, but really sometimes I don't think it's worth the deck slot.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's a card I've been contemplating putting in a lot. It feels really nice in this matchup, but yeah, leaving the 2 Don up, it feels awkward.
I mean, it isn't even that good in the Goofy matchup, because a lot of the time, if they put enough pressure, you cannot afford to leave any extra dawn. You need to spend like all your dawn for stuff. Like even it is attaching like 8 into 6 to like give them hand card pressure. Like that's a way of using your dawn, right? And if you spend 2 dawn, you
Yeah.
can get an extra card from them, and that's extremely valuable as well. Mm, okay. So far so good here. Okay, blowing the boa up is good. You want to blow the boa up because the only way you kill the boa is with your Saka turn. And I don't think you get another Saka turn after this, so you have to blow it up now.
Yeah, I think I spent a lot of time thinking about whether or not I could afford to do it with the board I had because I was scared of not having any Dawn and really any counter.
Yeah. Here, okay, taking is good because you don't have your play for next turn. Ideally, you want to get the 6 cost, which you got it. Nice. And then, oh wait, what? Oh, okay. So here, yeah, we have enough Dawn for both of the blockers, so that's amazing. Oh, okay, here, if you play the 6 cost, you might die, but if you play this and then leave Dawn for I Love You, you don't die. So I like this play a lot. Yeah, I remember that one. But here, I would swing 6 at the buggy, because I think 1 Dawn is enough for the survival. Or is it? Uh, with if you spend 1 Dawn, do you die to DMG? Let's say they go DMG. DMG is 2 Dawn for them, so after DMG they will still have 8 Dawn, and they're gonna go... Oh,
Yeah, I
7,
do.
7, 7, 7, 7. Do you die? 7, 7. Oh, you do die, so you cannot spend the Dawn then. Yep, fair enough. Okay.
I also think in real time I thought that I Love You grabbing the 2K back first was like I should have just grabbed the fem law, the female law out of grave first. Just to
Yeah.
guarantee that I have it. I think no matter what that they were gonna swing at least once, probably 2 more times, so I'd get it no matter what, but just to guarantee having it.
Yeah. Grabbing your play for next turn first is good. And there's a real possibility that they just don't swing too, because if they don't swing and you miss the Mamaragan, then go for a restand next turn. So it's very possible that they don't swing. But they do swing anyway. And this is like really weird from them, because they are playing over their valuable characters. That makes no sense. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, they made some questionable plays. I remember thinking that.
Okay. Okay, I remember that one. So here you start your turn like this, and I'm almost certain that you want to clear this board somehow. And I'm also very sure that you're not swinging anything more than 8 this turn. So for that purpose, what you would do is you would go 8 into 6 first, like before spending any Dawn, so they don't know what you're going for. I will go 8 to 6 first. Here, you attach 1 Dawn already, so immediately the possibility of Saka, Mamaragan, Borsa is out of the way. So that's actually quite a lot of information you gave them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You should also swing 8 first. Yep. Also, uh, for this situation, I think it's actually better to play the Mama first, and then you discard for the female law, because this is like maybe useful in the following turn. But let's say your next card is a Saka. You're not gonna play a Saka. You're not gonna play another Saka this turn. This game. And if you draw the Saka off that, you might discard the Saka or like whatever new useless card that you draw instead of the 2 cost blocker law. You should like get the draw first. Because like
Yeah,
for the
that makes a lot
draw,
of sense
you
actually.
don't get a choice. But for this card, you get a choice. You want to save your choice last, so that you gather all the information before you make that choice.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Because it did feel bad discarding like anything there.
Yeah. And here, I think you didn't think through your turn enough, because I think you could have gone like 7k into some of these instead of 6. But it works out fine anyway. So like 6 and 7, you still get 1 card, but something to think about.
Yeah, there's no world I think I should have 2 Don up. Should have 1, right? I wasted a Don somewhere.
There is actually an argument for that. That is, you're trying to play around the MG. Because like let's say you swing extra and then you have 1 blocker, 1 Don, and then they go DMG and then they have 8 Don to work with. They would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They would go 8, 8, 9. And for that, you would counter the 8, take the 8, take the 9. Oh, you're not dead anyway. So yeah, you should definitely swing 6. Swing 7. 1 Don is enough here.
Yeah, I mean that's just an extra card.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I
pretty
mean,
bad.
extra 2k, not necessarily extra card, but extra 2k is good enough because they, yeah, they don't have that many 2k. And when they don't have 2k, they might just skip like 1k, 1k.
Yeah.
Okay. So here again, you swing the 8 first. Oh, wait, did we go back? Okay, we went back. Oh, did we? No? Oh, not went back. Okay, yeah, that's good. So yeah, swing 8 first to high information. And then you're gonna discard, you're gonna okay, in this spot, even though Borsa is one of the best card you can hold, and there's actually no card in your deck that is better than Borsa, I will still stage here. Because by going for stage, first of all, you reduce the card in your deck that you don't know. Because you know what's at your bottom deck already. So by going stage, you remove 1 card that you don't know from the deck. And also, right here, right now, they have exact information on what your hand is. But if you stage and then you draw another bossa, you can throw away the first bossa that you have in hand so that they won't know what you have in hand anymore. And that is very valuable because if they know your hand is exactly 1k, they could just go 6k and they know for sure that it will go through. But if you have an unknown card, then they have to like do a lot more questionable plays because they don't know your hand.
That makes sense. They could especially with 2 Don up, they could read Noro Noro, they could read I Love You.
Yeah.
You think I guess I had to let the soccer go there. I don't think I could have defended it no matter what.
You could.
Could
So
I?
yes. So here, what I would do is I would go block, take life, because you know for sure that you are probably not dying this turn, and by going block, take life, they are forced to spend another swing into the saga. And it's not like you can get the blocker value like anyhow, right? Because they have 2 blocks that you can block, and you have 2 blockers. So even if you like block 2 of them, uh, then you get all the blocker value. But let's say you block, take life, and then you actually get a 2k or I love you. You can actually defend the Saka. And it's not like they can just like put free down on leader and swing 8k because I'm pretty sure they have something to do with their dawn when their board is empty. They want to develop the board more than anything right now because without a board he cannot win. You're at free life. Without a board, they never win. They have to play for board here. And so they cannot just swing 8 at your board star. See, if you go block take life, things would end up exactly the same because this swing would go to the board side instead. Or it's actually better for you. Yeah, never mind. Yep. Yeah, you should go block take life there.
Okay.
So pretty nice draw. I'm pretty sure you just play these two. Okay, so starting the 6k leader is definitely good because you can still pivot for the double blocker play, and that play is quite good for you. And also it's quite awkward for them because here there's a real possibility that you could go for lethal here. You see they have 1-2 blocker, 2 life, and you have 1-2-3-4-5 swing here, like including the searcher. So it's very much possible that you would go for lethal. So starting the 6 here, and if they take, you have a real shot at the lethal. But uh if they counter, then they have 2 cards in hand, and it might be possible for you to kill the boa in that case. And you also get the benefit of like seeing what the stage draw. Because I guess there's nothing good you could draw with the stage at this point of the game. I would not rush to swing the second 6 here. I will still swing the first 6 to test, because this swing is always going to base, and it will always get something. It's either a card or a life. So it will progress the game, this swing. And there's no like bad things that could happen from the 6k. But let's say you start swinging the blocker, now there's real bad thing that could happen. That is, you have one less blocker now. So
Mm.
I
And
would
I
not.
start getting into I lose to Gravelade territory, I think too.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so here, instead of swinging the four cost law first, like since they take the life, it's actually extremely good for you. So here I will swing the AK first, because what would happen is you swing AK, they're gonna take one with life, and then they have to hard counter one, or they have to let a blocker go. So let's say you swing 8, they take one, and then you swing 8, they let a blocker go, then immediately you know that there's a lot less pressure that they can give you now. Because now when they let the blocker go, they have to like play at least one cost Luffy, and then they could restand. And then if they go okay, it's actually extremely unlikely that they would save the blocker, because uh when you still have this 1-2 swing, they actually cannot just block and then 2k 1k. It's not possible, because then you just split two-way into these two character and then you kill them. So when you swing 8-8, they have to let one of the blocker go. And after you see one
I
of
see
the
it.
blocker gone, you could play like double blocker, and then suddenly you have a free life, free blocker, a full board, and there's just no way they could like come back from this. Like very little way. They could go like Luna and then some bullshit, but that's extremely unlikely. And then for some reason, I think they are not a good player. For some reason, they block. And this is extremely good for you already, because you can just go 8 into 6 here. And then yeah, it's just very unlikely that they're gonna have anything like restand. Cause
Would you go eight into? Do you
yeah, I
think
would
it's
go 8
better
into
to
6
go? Because I
because
think I was.
one way you
Okay.
lose is they would go 1 cost Luffy into the restand, but that's 2 card in hand, right? If you go 8 into 6, they need to like ditch 2 card. Now technically, they could still top deck the Luffy or top deck the event, but that's way more unlikely. Uh, from this position, I think you could still lose. They could go Graph Blade or DMG Luna. Actually, DMG Luna, yeah, that's the play. If they go DMG Luna, you might lose. But I think we lose to that no matter what, so it's fine. Okay, blocking is cool.
Would you have free blocked that or put the 2K out like I did?
I would free block there, cause yeah, why not? Okay, I see why not. The reason to not free block there is that you're afraid of Luna. So yeah, countering is correct there. Cause if they Luna, you could lose. If you go block and they Luna, and you could lose when they play like one more blocker. Okay, counter
Yeah,
is
I think
good.
this turn.
Um,
I
uh,
think this turn. I remember thinking I horribly misplayed.
I mean, yeah, sure, but it didn't matter at the end. It's fine. Yeah, the free life I love you is something. Okay, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I won off a time, but I think no time constraints there. I think that I did not play that turn very well.
Yeah, fair enough.
I was thinking about lethal for next turn, but I got distracted.
Yeah. I think overall most of your play makes sense. It's just the minor part that need a bit of cleanup. So we'll look at these games as well. And these games against role leader is actually the game that will test your fundamental the most. So this one is one of the hardest matchup for Rosie because they have the 4 cost Luffy and it's extremely hard to get rid of without the Saka. So for this matchup, you want to see Saka, but not that many because
Yeah.
they they also go extremely fast, so you could just die with this hand. So yeah, Mulligan is good. Uh, the way you play this matchup is you need to kill that 4 cost Luffy, the one that rests the blocker, no matter what. So the moment the 4 cost Luffy hit the board, you need to like Sakatsuki to clear it, or you're cooked.
Yeah, it just starts to. It feels like all of their cards in this matchup just stick because they all just become 9K for free.
Yeah. But then the high value card is only the Luffy that rests the blocker. So we just have to kill that one.
Gotcha.
Okay, stage is good. Osa. I mean, I would take the Kobe here, yes, because we're still missing stuff. We don't have a ball. We don't have a Saka. But now we do. Okay. Yeah. Makes a lot of sense. No choice. Okay, 2 Saka at the bottom, so that's something to remember. Not good for you, definitely. But you have 2 anyway, so it should be enough. And here, I will go block 1k here. Let's see if that's what you do.
I don't think it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I
will
guess
do
it is.
exactly the same. Amazing, yes. Yes. Mm. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Let's see if they play the 4 cost Luffy here. Okay, so there's the 4 cost Luffy.
So now you're just thinking Sokka this next turn immediately.
Yes, you have to Saka this next turn. If this leave, then you're cooked. You need to counter a 6k here, because they could go 7-7 potentially. Okay, that's good. Just get the 2k, I think. Yeah. Yeah, Sakata Luffy makes a lot of sense. What did you stage? Ready? Oh yeah, okay. Okay, throwing the Rosi is very questionable. I would just throw the Mamaragan here, because the Mamaragan is kind of useless right now. It's just a 1k counter. Because there's nothing meaningful that you could Mamaragan. They don't even play big characters. So yeah, this Mamaragan is useless, but this is extremely useful because you could just go Rosi La Brosa, Rosi La Brosa.
Yeah, I guess they're probably just gonna swing everything every turn anyway if they can
Yeah,
help it, right? So
yeah.
the mama's probably just not that great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you need the 6 cost there. Oh, I'm surprised you didn't swing the law. Why not swing the law?
What was I thinking?
I will even go 7 with the law because there's no point in bluffing. Just, yeah. Just maximum pressure, you don't die anyway.
Yeah, I think this is probably an instance of me, like just being too passive. Specifically with that card, there's a lot of times I feel that I
Oh.
don't swing that card when I probably should.
Okay, so here's how it works. So One Piece card game is a game that value attacking. Because when you attack and then the 2 player has the same attack value, the one that's attacking will win. So let's say you swing 6k, they're gonna give you 2k counter. But on the clapback, it will save you 1k counter only. So swinging is often time correct unless you would die otherwise. So if you're not sure and you don't think you would die next turn, you could just swing.
Okay, makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that's one of my biggest. I mean, I know you said it's one of the really the only hard thing about playing the deck, but I struggle with that consistently, specifically with that card.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because like a lot of the times the Rosie Law, it's pretty easy to determine whether or not to swing with it. But with that card, especially in higher down turns, bigger cards are coming out. It's a chump blocker. I start to struggle with that decision.
Oh, I guess Saka makes a lot of sense here. Because you could go Saka Rosi Law. So what I would do here is I would go Saka, string the law, Mamaragan, kill the law, and then effect, play the Rosi Law, get the ramp as well. Here, shrinking the ace doesn't make a lot of sense because I don't think you want to kill it anyway. They would get the search when you kill it.
Yeah, I think I was just thinking that they had a bunch of cards no matter what, and the search was probably pretty inconsequential, and
No,
I want them to.
in this game, every single card is important. Even if they have like 15 cards, every single card is still important. Oh, and you didn't swing the. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, are you perhaps playing around Luna? But that doesn't make sense though.
Yeah, I think I was.
Okay. Um. Okay. Here's how it works. Uh, if you're playing Rosie and opponent is a deck with Luna, when they are holding Luna, you can almost never win. Because they will just Luna, freeze your whole board, and then block her up, and then they don't die. So when they hold Luna, you don't win. Like by playing around this, you still don't kill them next turn. And they don't even have to spend the Luna now. So they will be holding the Luna forever. And you basically just never win like that. So a better way to approach this is you want to just not play around Luna, swing everything, block everything, and then let them use the Luna. You would want to wait until they run out of Luna. That's when you win. Because
So you're
playing like
saying the
this just
only way forward,
yeah.
you're saying the only way forward with Luna is just through. That's it. You just have to just swing and tank it.
Yes. And Rosi can tank Luna extremely well because you have the Borsa. This is basically a get one more turn pass.
Gotcha.
So for every Luna that they throw at you, you're gonna Borsa back and then store one more turn. And at some point they run out of Luna, you just win. If you play like this, you don't have nearly enough pressure on them, and then they will just never feel the pressure to use Luna, and that Luna will just be in their hand. Yeah, I would take all the free block here, because I'm not afraid of a Luna. Okay, the only time you should play around Luna is if your bot doesn't get Luna, you kill them next turn. That's when you not play around Luna, because the game is ending next turn. But it's not the case, apparently, in here. So we don't really have a good play here. I think it's most likely just gonna be like push and then Saka. I think you still want to clear the 6k character though, the Law and the Bonnie. So just go 8k into there first. You get a lot of cards there. Oh, you just played. Oh my god. That's that's actually extremely wasteful because you're playing over your good characters with your bad characters. I don't like this play. What I would do here I would go AK into Law, and then AK into Bonnie, and then maybe I go 2 down here, AK to face, and then maybe I'll go AK with leader as well, and I just play boss and pass. Because like after you play these two characters, they only have 1-2 free swing, and then with 2 life and boss on board, they almost never kill you.
Yeah, I don't think I saw that if I can clear the two that I just don't die, because
Yeah.
I think I was thinking that they probably just defend,
Oh,
which led to me being
it's
too
actually quite
passive.
hard for them to defend because this deck is like half the deck is bricks. So I'm guessing the way you take this is you're just gonna leave everything standing and then maybe kill them next turn. That's extremely unlikely though. They have a million blockers. I think this game is just an example of not knowing how to deal with Luna. And then yeah,
Yeah,
Yamato.
I agree. I the green free stuff with this deck, I feel like I try to play around too much and it ends up with me being too passive.
Yeah. Luna is actually the worst thing that could happen to Rosie. It's the card that Rosie fear most. And most of my losers are actually to Luna, but you just have to take the L. Like, if they have it, they have it. If they draw 3 Luna in a row, they deserved it. But if they draw like 2 Luna and you Borsa store through that, you just win. I will take the 2k. Oh wait, what? Oh, why did... Oh, wait. No. Okay. The 4 cost actually makes sense, but I will still take the 2k here because if you look at it, like, you're thinking that you don't have a play on 5 dawn turn, right? So then you want to take this. But actually, like, even though you have absolutely nothing on 5 dawn turn, you can still play the 2k. It's a 5k body, it's not bad. But if you take the blocker law here, you could get punished because this is a deck that will swing a lot at you. And if you're like, if you let's say you draw a brick from top deck and then another brick from life, and now your hand is just all brick, and that's something you should try to prevent. So just
Yeah, that makes a lot
yeah.
of sense because that's exactly what I was thinking is let me take the guaranteed play
Yeah, but
because I
you
hate
see,
missing
this
plays.
6K character and this 5K character is not that far off. They're both useless. Yeah. Okay, this is definitely something to keep in mind. This 4-cost law is a playable card. Like when it's your 4-dawn turn and you don't have the blocker law, you could just play the 2K law. It's still good in the early game to have the extra swing. So this Yamato is really nice. They give you a Yamato that can be killed, so you snap Saka that, yeah.
With this deck, the general strategy that I go with is if they play the on play Yamato, I kill it, and if they have the unblockable Yamato, I just try to string Sakazukis and just go face and race them.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah,
think
yeah.
that's the way forward?
Yes, that's the way for it. Yes, definitely. Yeah, just raise. I think I'm winning the race also. Well, drawing the boss side is extremely good here. Anything we could have done different? This is 7-dawn turn. I'm almost certain that you want to play the Borsa, but I also think you want to play the 4-cost. Because I don't think they kill you next turn no matter what, or do they?
I think I misplayed here because did I roll it back just a little bit?
Right?
Did I play an event here?
You cannot because you
Uh,
have exactly 7-dawn.
no, at the beginning of the next turn. I think I played an event to get rid of the Ushimaru because I think I saw more
Oh.
pressure on my end than I actually had, I think.
Oh yeah, you shouldn't use the event. You should have just saved the dawn.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because I think I saw a route. I don't know. I think I snapped made the decision because I saw a route to the finish line here. And
Oh.
then once I started actually doing the math and thinking it out more clearly, I realized that I didn't have it, and then I had to pivot, and then
Yeah, that makes sense.
I
That
had
makes
wasted
sense.
the event.
Mm.
Or I could have had it, but it was far from guaranteed. And then once the
Yeah, it's not guaranteed. If it's not guaranteed, then there's no point to risk it. You could just play one more turn because you never die yet.
so what would you have done this turn from start to finish? Like what's
Okay, this is what? Okay, you start the turn with 1, 2, 3, 8-dawn, 8-dawn, yeah, 8-dawn. So with 8-dawn, and then they have 9-dawn. I would just go 2 into 0 first, because that's kind of free. And then I would probably just play the Borsa and the blocker and then spend everything to attack. Yeah. I mean, this lightning is good also, but if you think about this, the lightning is gonna take away one swing. And the blocker is also gonna take away one swing. But this lightning, first of all, is useful in the next turn, because let's say they go for the Momo, the 9 cost 6k blocker, you can just blow this up. And also, by not playing the lightning, you're gonna have all 10 of your dawn next turn. I mean, you still have all 10 of your dawn next turn. But yeah, the lightning is still useful the next turn.
yeah, it's a big misplay. Is there a world where you lightning the Kinemon, or do you just hold it
No,
for
no.
the
Like,
Momo?
we don't lightning the Kinemon here because we cannot do lightning, law, and event at the same time. Now, obviously, this event is gonna counter 2 swing, so it's better than the lightning that will take away just 1 swing. So yeah, this event is better. And then the lightning and the blocker law, defense wise, is similar because this is taking away a 6k swing, and this can also just block the swing. But in
Gotcha.
the case that they don't even get close to finishing you, let's say they play defensively, this is more, this is an attacker for the next turn. And this can also get rid of blocker for the next turn. So having these two is just better this turn. I will not play the lightning here. This is both your defensive play and your setup for the lethal next turn. Same with the lightning. I think it's pretty guaranteed next turn though. So I'm not too worried about not killing the next turn. Oh. Oh, do we? Wait. Okay. We can actually calculate the maximum output of the Yamato. So the best thing they could do is the 7 cost Momo, I believe, which is gonna be a 6k swing and a 5k swing and an 8k swing. And with Free Dawn, could they go Ground Death? I mean, maybe they go Ground Death. So that's the best thing they could do. And if you look at your hand here, you can counter out of 5, this 5, 6, 6, and then take the 6, take the 8, take the 8. So even if you don't have this blocker right there, and they negate one of the blocker, I think you still have enough. So you could just swing the Rosi blocker here. It's free.
Yeah, I need to do better math. Cause yeah, he messed up. He messed up. He played the Shinobu first, but I think at this point I'm
Oh
sitting here
yeah, he
mathing it out
didn't
and I
play the
realize I
Momo
probably
first.
had it anyway.
Yeah. Oh, another one of the worst matchup. I actually think this is like one of the worst matchup for this deck, unironically.
Yeah, it's really hard. I feel like there's a couple of these like random matchups. There's also matchups that we're winning into that sometimes I struggle with. Like Red Ace is a deck that
Oh,
I generally get there. Like there's a player in my area that plays it a lot, and I usually beat him, but I struggle with that deck sometimes.
against Red Ace, the most important thing is that you don't rest anything before their Whitebeard turn. And when they don't get to kill one of your stuff for free in the Whitebeard turn, they will run out of steam very fast. So yeah, having the Sakai is amazing. You always want to like Sakai on 7 in case they rest the Luffy. And I think, yeah, you can just leave the effect. Okay, that's the same thing happening. Oh, ooh, did you not kill the Luffy? I think you have to kill the Luffy. Okay, yeah, you got it. Okay. You should go 6 into the Luffy first. Yeah.
In that instance, is there like is there a world where I get punished for doing 8 into lead first and then 6 into Luffy?
Yeah, they could just defend the Luffy.
Think
And
he dumps the card there?
yeah, they can. It's definitely worth to dump 2 cards for Luffy. Because let's say they dump 2 cards for Luffy, and then for the next turn, they will just develop their board. And suddenly now they have a Luffy that could just rest your blocker. Like when they attack. And it's just extremely bad for you when they have the Luffy on board. It's worth it to defend if they have 2k 2k.
Yeah, I think that yeah, that was my mistake. I just didn't
Okay,
think
and
it
here
defended.
uh I would throw the Kobe because like for next turn, you're gonna start with 1, 2, 3. Oh, did you stage? Ah, don't stage here. Okay, so here you're gonna be on 8 down next turn, and being on 8 down actually matters because you could go Sakai effects. That way you have 9 down, and then you could play like Rosi Law, Borsa with a dawn up. So this dawn here actually matters, and it's not like you absolutely need to filter this, because you actually want all of these cards. So I would just not stage here and then have the dawn for next turn. Okay, they spend the Luna here. This is quite good for you because when they Luna like this, they don't have nearly enough pressure. So they cannot kill you before they run out of Luna. I think what they should do here is they should develop their board as much as possible. And once they have a scary enough board, then they do Luna. But yeah, they got it in reverse. They should play the Bonnie. Because they might just Bonnie and then draw into the 2-cost Luffy. And in that way, they can develop 2 characters. Oh, I guess they just have a median Luna, huh? So you see here, if you didn't kill the Luffy here, they're gonna have the Luffy this turn, and then they will Luffy rest your Rosie blocker, and then Luna your blocker as well. It will
Yeah.
look extremely bad for you.
Yeah, I probably would have just lost on the spot. Or effectively lost on the spot.
Yeah. Now you have a shot of killing them, dude. Can you play for one more turn? Yeah, I'm guessing no. You don't start with the... Okay, let's say you're going for lethal. When you go for lethal, you should start with a bigger swing. I mean, you could start with your biggest swing usually. Because like when they take, obviously you just jam. And when they counter, you can still split 2-way between Kobe and your leader. Which is gonna be like 9-9 or 8-10.
So you just swing 8 first here,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
if they take,
Always
then
swing 8
jam,
first.
and if not, you
Yeah.
just split.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And you would swing big first with a full board standing as well,
Uh
or is this
okay.
specifically in?
When you have a full board, and then like your board is like you have some 8k, you have some 6k, that's usually what happens. Usually you swing your biggest swing first. Cause let's say they are 0 life, obviously you just jam, and then when they counter, you can see what happens from here and see how you split. This is
Yeah,
like
because
pretty... Yeah.
that's a fundamental misunderstanding I have then.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
like I
yeah.
said, I only started
It's
in OP
definitely a
14.
fundamental thing, and yeah, I always recommend this website to people. So this is optcglab.com. The way it works is there's like a server that will just calculate all the possible lines with your character. So let's say you have a 6k, you have an 8k, you have an 8k. I mean, we can even do this part. So we have a 2k, 8k, and a 5k. So 2k, 8k, and a 5k. We don't have this. And they are 6k leader, 1 life with some hand. Let's see how we do it. Okay, the correct way to do this is we should go 10, 7, 8. Reason why is because you actually want to split 2-way first. You see how you're gonna split 2-way. So the way you split 2-way is you're gonna go 11, 12. But 11, 12 is not good enough because you could have just won 7. I mean, you could have just won not 11, 10. You should swing 10. And if they take, they need to counter 13. That's more than 12. And then
Okay.
even if they counter, you can still split with the Kobe. So let's say you swing 10, they counter, and then you can still put 5 down on Kobe and then ask for 2k more counter. So you're gonna ask for 10k will ask for 5k counter, and by 7k you ask for 2k more counter. So like no matter what, this line asks for the most counter, like in this specific situation. But let's say you have a way bigger board, obviously it's gonna be different. Let's say you have a 6k and you have another 8k like this. Then a lot of the time, like starting with the 8k is just correct because you can just pivot. Like even if they have like a lot of hand, you just you actually go 9k first though. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense thinking about it that way. Because typically I'm just leaning. I think someone told me early on, because I haven't been playing that long, that like you start low and build up to a higher swing to help make the higher swings more guaranteed. Pull the cards.
Okay, that is valid when opponent is on low cards. Like let's say they have 2 cards, they cannot counter a 9k swing. And you could just hold 9, 11 and then
Sure.
guarantee it. But if they have a lot of cards, you need to focus on the way to attack that will ask for the most amount
The
of
most.
counter instead of cards.
Okay.
Because if their hand is all 2k, you cannot beat them in that position. Okay, Kobe is another funny matchup. So against Kobe, the most important thing is you want your first character to stick. And if your first character stick, your second character is gonna stick, and it will just snowball. But if you let your first character go, and then they will just keep playing your new characters, and it's really bad. And okay, I would not counter here, because against Kobe, the way you win is you want to defend your board through battle. So usually when Kobe's win, you just want to take the first 2 life, no matter what, to get more counter to defend your characters. Because that's how you win the matchup. The way Kobe win is they will clear your board, but if your board stay alive, they will die very fast. Okay, give them some pressure, that's good. Okay, I also like leaving the Dawn for I Love You because they might try to kill your characters. So here, they do not have the Hibari, so they cannot attack active character here, but they do have a rested character to hit into. And ideally, you want to be defending this rested character. So, I think I would just take this. In this matchup, you don't even mind taking to like 1 life, because they want your board anyway. And then you just go block. Yeah. You can take this. 1k is also okay. And then for the next turn, you'll probably just play Saka, kill one of these, and then play another 6k. So, okay. So here's a chance that you kill the Kobe. The Kobe has an effect that once per turn, when it leaves the field, you can instead discard a card. I'll pull up the card right now.
Yeah. Yeah, they can protect it. I think that's why I go Helmeppo, because it's the easier card to clear. Requires less of me.
Oh, is that not SEC Kobe?
No, it's an SR.
Oh. Okay, got it. Okay, but this effect right there, it is once per turn. So when you shrink it, it's gonna become what 1k power, and you can actually kill it a lot of times. So it's
Do you
going to
think
die.
do you think it's worth, like in this board, if I go Saka here, do you think it's worth bringing the Kobe down to 1k, swinging
Yes.
the 2, and
Yeah.
but
I will
versus
swing
not having
2.
an extra swing?
Hmm? No, you don't need the
Like
extra
if you,
swing. The 2 to 1 is like hitting 6 to 5 to their leader. You're asking for 2k counter. It's extremely good. This 2k swing is the same as a 6k swing to leader, because this is a swing they want to counter. So basically, you're enabling your searcher to swing 6k to leader, pretty much.
Okay, yeah, because if they're trashing the card, it's
Yeah,
effectively
if they
send.
give
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
2k, then it's
You're right.
amazing. If they trash any card, then they lose the protection, and then you kill it. This card is the sole reason why Kobe is playable. Because Kobe, normally, like back in like OP 10 or something, they would just run out of cards. Like, they just don't have the cards. But when this is on the board, every single turn, they're gonna draw some card, and basically, they will not run out of cards as long as they can kill something. So when you get rid of this, they lose their value engine, and they will just run out of cards. Because all of their removal is gonna cost cards. Let's say they play the 4-cost blocker, though. They need to discard a card to give something minus attack, and that's minus 2 card already. And then when they play a new character, it's another 1 card already, and they only have 4 cards. And with 4 cards, they just can't really protect the characters. So yeah, you have to
Gotcha.
kill
Okay.
the card draw engine for them. So killing this is good, killing that is also good. But here, when you have chance to kill the 6-cost Kobe, you kill the 6-cost Kobe because it's harder to kill. Like this one, you can always just kill it after 8 to 6 is dying. Now, obviously, with Rosi, we don't have to starve the Kobe because we can win normally. But if you're some deck like Old Mihawk, or you're some deck that's only gonna play one character a turn, you're gonna struggle a lot against Kobe. And in that case, you may try to starve them and basically hope they miss something. Not true for Rosie though, because Rosie is like hard countering Kobe. You have the protection for your board, and then you also play multiple characters a turn, and you can also remove the characters. That's like nightmare for Kobe. This is another card that you need to kill to you'll give them the base up. Yeah, and then I
Do you
think you
think
just
do you think letting the 6K go there was when he swung with the 8K? Should I have let it die?
uh
The promo
I
ball?
think I think you should let it die because if you counter for this, you don't have any more counter. Oh, actually though, I think letting this go is correct. Because there's an argument for just taking it, and then next turn you just go Borsa, but here it's really risky to take. Because next turn, ideally you want to kill the Smoker. The Smoker is making them 7k leader, so you want to kill that no matter what. And when you play Saka, usually you cannot play Borsa together unless you have a Mamaragan and another Saka on board. Okay, so killing that thing was nice, and then you can just play a blocker, right? Yeah, no, that's over. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so that's all the videos. Now, after watching you play, I think uh you actually understand quite well what you want to do, but on the execution part, it could be a lot more clean. So it's basically the micro mistake, not the macro mistake.
Yeah, the calculation and the way that you're swinging versus how I've been swinging actually makes a lot of sense.
So first of the thing is searcher sequence. A general rule is you want to leave the hardest decision for last. What I mean by that is you want to gather all the information you have before you make the hardest decision. And in the context of Rosie, your hardest decision is usually gonna be your Navy search. And your easy decision is gonna be your Rosie search. Right? And then because the Rosie search is very clear what card you want to take. And usually there's not much card to choose from anyway. So this is the easy decision. And for the navy decision, we're gonna leave it for last. Now this also apply for the stage effect. Now, for the stage effect, you also want to leave the hardest decision for last. So let's say you plan to play the navy searcher and the stage effect at the same turn. So what do you do first? Now, depending on the situation, you might do either first. It depends on whether you think the discard is harder or the search is harder. One example is there is 4 Saka in your hand. Extreme example. You almost always want to throw away one of the Saka, right? So the discard is not a hard decision. It's the easiest decision in the world. So in this case, you want to stage first, throw the Saka, see the extra card before you search. But let's say in another situation, your hand are all good cards. And you're actually not sure which one to pitch. So in this case, you would go for the searcher first, see what you find. Maybe you find nothing good. Maybe you find all 5 cards are useless. And then you can stage to throw away the useless card. So it's a different situation, but the principle is the same. You want to leave the hardest decision for last. This applies to a lot of deck, not just Rosi. It applies to all decks with multiple searchers in general. So yeah, this is some basic fundamental. And then for swinging sequence, you want to swing the hit that, like mid game, you want to swing the hit that reveal the least information without like hurting your actual play.
And this is like swinging the AKs first.
Yes,
To keep
because
the
by
Dawn
swinging
active and
AK,
keep
you
them
have all
thinking.
10 done up. And okay, if on that turn you have absolutely no plan on swinging something that is more than 8k, then you swing the 8 first. That's usually how it works. Because usually you want to, let's say you have like only one 8k characters, and then there's like one character that you need to take. Let's say they have a rested 7 cost Shanks, and you potentially want to jam onto it. And in that case, you may swing the smaller swing first. Because after you get the counter, you can just jam into the Shanks. But in general, like you want to swing the hit that reveal least information, and also doesn't uh limit your play. So usually to achieve that, you just want to spend your dawn last so that they don't know what you're doing. And you can always pivot if they do something stupid. So let's say they have like one blocker, one life, and have like a full board. If you go 8k and then actually go like block 2k, 1k, you can pivot to lethal. They can always do something stupid, and when they do that, you can pivot.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, so keep them thinking, keep them wondering what you're gonna do, and it gives you the most flexibility.
Yes, yes. And then about the lethal math, for the lethal math, there's like a bunch of video on it. I recommend you check the one by Sketpass G. Do you know that player?
Yeah, I've seen a couple of his videos.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the lethal math one.
Check out his lethal math video. Is quite good. And also use this website. This is extremely good website. And then what else? What I've seen. Let me see our notes. Oh, okay. And also, one thing I don't see you do is you want to map out their future swing. What I mean by that is, you want to assume that they do their ideal curve. Because when they don't do their ideal curve, it's like whatever is good for you already. So when they do their ideal curve, what are they gonna swing? And based on that, you want to plan on like how much blocker you want to like leave up. So let's take the Nami game as example, because I think that skill
I,
is quite important in the Nami matchup.
yeah, I think I do that quite well with like Yamato, where it's very easy to do.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know they're
yeah.
just gonna go 5k, 6k, 5k, 8k.
Yeah,
But with an
Yamato is
open,
very straightforward deck, yes.
yeah, with an open game state, where they have a lot of options, I struggle with it.
So let's take here, for example, here you did a good job on leaving up the Dawn. That's what you need to do because on the next turn, there's a few play they could do, but there's actually nothing or very few things better than a 7 cost Robin play. And in that case, uh, they're gonna swing what 5k, 6k. You're gonna block the 6k and counter the 5k. So in here, you actually don't need the Dawn now that I did the math. So here you could actually swing 7-7. That is the better play. Because you don't need the Dawn for the next turn. It's actually pretty easy to map up here as well. So you don't need the Dawn here. Swinging the 7-7 is actually quite a bit better. And even if very unlucky, they're gonna jump something from life, you still have the counter for it. So it's okay. Because when you think about this, when they jump something from life, that card doesn't go to their hand. So it's like they have one less card in hand. So that's the same as you swing an extra 7k. So this is like card for card trade when they jump characters. So even that is fine. I think I was still swing 7-7 here. Because in case they don't jump character, you get extremely rewarded. And even if they jump, it's not like you lose on the spot.
Speaking of triggering characters, a matchup I struggle with a lot is Boa.
Oh,
Um, yeah, like usually I can get there, but I when they just get in the loop of just healing, triggering, um, I just feel like I start to run out of gas. Do you have any advice for that
okay.
matchup?
For Boa, I actually played suboptimally at the start of the season, but then I figured that out like mid-season. So for Boa, the deck build actually changed a lot compared to like when it was OP 14, because now they have access to the Mr. Free, the draw 2 one. And so,
Yeah.
and then they also have the new blocker that can take away your life. So in the late game, the Boa deck is actually extremely tanky. That is very, very, very hard to kill. So before Mr. Free is a card and before they have a million blockers, we would like hold on to the swing. We would wait. And then when we have a decent enough board, we swing and then we kill them in a few turns. But now it's different. Now it's not possible. So now I will swing on the free down turn. And if they trigger, they trigger. That's how I would play. And then you basically just raise them.
You're
Uh,
just going as much pressure as possible, as
yeah, I
early
would
as
just swing
possible,
because
and just
uh when you on free down turn you swing, right? And then if they take the life, they're gonna be on free life. And you know, free life leader is really fragile against most of the deck. Well, especially with our deck, because our character is quite big. So you cannot expect them to like counter out of every single 8k swing. So and then one tricky part is that they would go block. Like and then when they block with their Kuja characters, you're gonna take a life, but it's actually quite easy to play around that as well. So usually at that point of the game, when they have a blocker standing, let's say they play a Boa on fourth cost, you actually want to swing 5 first. If they block, then amazing, you get to swing your other character at base because they don't have a blocker up anymore. And then in the case that they actually counter the 5, then it's amazing for you as well because you can just leave your blocker standing and then they would get the blocker value. And like a little bit later in the game, you still want to poke with your 5 or 6k swing first, and you want to like swing until at a point that if they block, you cannot punish them anymore. Because when you have like some AK swing behind, and then they block your 6k swing, let's say, and then you take a life. Now you took the life already, and then you could just pivot to clearing their whole board. You could play like Saka, Mamaragan, and then you just clear their whole board. And when you clear the whole board, it's actually quite good for you already.
So just try to keep pressure on and
Yes?
maximize the turn that they force you to take a life by
Yes.
taking as much as you can because you already
Yes.
took it.
Yes, that's right. And then you could always pivot to just not hit with your blocker. Like your Rosi blocker is really good in the Boa matchup because it's both good offensively and defensively. So even if it doesn't swing, you get value from it. So you want to save your 6 cost swing last, because in case they have a blocker and you haven't taken a life already, and even if they block, take your life, you cannot punish them with future swing. You just leave it standing. So usually you want to swing your 6 cost last. You can swing
Gotcha.
your Saka first
Okay.
though. And then for Boa,
Saka first.
one thing
Saka
to
first, Rosie Law last.
yes. And then you have to think
Gotcha.
about the double perfume lethal. Not every Boa run the perfume leg, the one that negates blockers.
Yeah.
Not every Boa run that, but you have to play around it anyway. So they can put the leg on any 7 Warlord of the Sea card. So they have the 9 cost Boa and they also have the 8 cost Teach. So, but usually when they play the Teach, you just kill it with Sakama Maragan, because that's not a Kuja and you can just kill it.
Yeah.
And then even if you cannot play around the take life, you could just swing everything, and then if they want to block, want to take your life, that's fine, because you just swing everything, take down to 0, and then at the end of the turn your boss are healed, and then basically you can survive the lake.
All right, that makes a lot of sense. It's just about maximizing because I think I'm not putting enough pressure early because I'm usually ending up in an end game with them and they're healing like 13 times and I run out of
Yeah. Once
gas.
they get to that point where they can stack their life onto like all Morias. So one thing they could do is they could go the Nami that would stack the top deck. They would like hold on to the 8 cost Moria in hand and then play the 5 cost Nami, put 2 of the Moria on top, and then they would like Zoro heal. And then they would
Yeah.
just jump Moria 2 times in a row, and then yeah, somehow they draw one as well. So yeah, if you don't put enough pressure and they get
Okay.
to that point, you're just gonna lose. So I was like, I would start hitting starting from free dawn. I just
Gotcha.
go for the hits. And any specific matchup that you feel like you struggle with?
Well, we went over
We haven't talked
Boa,
about
we
any
went over
NL yet.
Race.
Do you?
It's tough, but I generally like when I play against Nell, I feel like you have to accept that like you're really only gonna get value out of your on plays like probably once,
Yes.
maybe twice, but usually you're like guaranteed once and then you just have to play with cards in hand. So I try to keep I try to not aggressively Don minus and keep the weenies on board to deal with their vassals when they swing, and try to Sokka the like the first 6 costs they play. I don't ever want them to get to 2 6 costs.
So in the NL matchup, you generally want to play 2 characters if possible. That's the general rule. And that's like how all the decks approach the NL matchup. Because if you play 1 character at a turn, they would just play a character, get rid of your 1 character, and then basically they have 1 more board than they have before, and then you have nothing. So if possible, you want to play 2 characters a turn, and then ideally the characters with a good on-play effect. So like the 5 cost Borsa, like the 4 cost Riplo, those are extremely good cards in the matchup. The reason why it's effective is because for NL to remove your board, they need to spend card themselves. So let's say they go Gamma Knife, that's -1 hand. They go Elthor, that's another 1 hand. So when they remove your board, you're actually trading card for card. So even if you are not hitting their life, they're giving you cards to remove your board. So you want to play multiple characters if possible, but sometimes it's not possible. So starting from your 6th dawn turn, you could play 2 characters. But ideally, you don't play. I mean, you do, but on 6th dawn turn, you could do 4 cost plus 4 cost law. And that's 2 characters. And then on 7th dawn, you could do Borsa and Law. And then on 8th dawn, you could do Rosi and 4 cost law. Basically, you just want to play the highest value 2 characters as possible. And if you could only play 1 character, you'll play the best one. So usually on 7 Dawn, let's say you don't have Borsa and Law, you're just gonna play the 8k Saka maybe. Yeah. That's basically how you should
So
approach the matchup. It's not that deep.
so versus a Nell, on curve, like say you go first, 5 Dawn turn,
5
or let's
Dawn
just say
turn.
you lose die roll and you go second, right? And you're on
Yeah.
your 6th Dawn turn, you're not gonna look at Rosie Law there. You're gonna prioritize 2/1 on curve as well.
Yes, definitely, yes.
Okay. Okay. That makes sense. I understand the reasoning. And what about the 5 Dawn turn?
The 5 Dawn turn, you play Rosie Law for sure. Because
Just because it's the highest value one.
yes, and since you go first, it actually put them in a really awkward spot because now you have 8k on board and they have like only weenies, or maybe if they're lucky, a focus on board. Meaning they have to choose between playing an NL or clearing your Rosie Law. So if they play the NL, they cannot clear the Rosie Law because it's 8k power. But if they want to clear the Rosie Law, at most what they can do is they could do 4 cost character and then Gamma Knife. But then the new character is a 4 cost, so you can kill that pretty easily.
Yeah, and then they're swinging presumably like one vassal at least, swinging lead, and then you get to play ideally 2 characters, clear the vassal, and you may or may not have an out for the fork. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, and then for the life management, when NL swing like 5 or 6 at you, generally you want to counter because you want to save your life for the 10k swings. Now, there's an exception to this. That is when you plan to play boss at the next turn, then you want to take down to 2 life. You want to be 2 life, like exactly at your boss at turn. So yeah, that's the NL matchup. And
Okay.
then
I watched your coachings on the mirror, but there's a lot of Rosie in my area. What is your, if you win die roll, are you picking first or second in mirror?
I pick first
'Cause
for
I've heard
sure.
arguments for
I
both.
think going first is extremely favored. I think I only lost once mirror when I go first. Like go first is just so much better when both player knows the matchup. Basically, the second player can never catch up if the player going first just don't misplay and don't miss their curve. Because how it goes is usually the player going first will get to play their first 6 cost. And then they will go back to free dawn, and then the player going second will play their 6 cost, and then the player going first will play another 6 cost, and then they will go back down to free dawn. That's how the game should go until the point that some player run out of Rosie Law. Do you have your sim ready? Because I think I can show you the mirror. It's best for you to like feel the mirror yourself.
Yeah, I'm loading it up. Takes 2 seconds.
Yeah. Because in the mirror, you don't always hit like the perfect stage into like free for Rosilo. Sometimes you don't have stage and you have to adapt from there. Because you might want to go
Okay.
for the Saka route.
My sim's open. Do you want me to share screen?
Sure. I'll I'll create a standard lobby and then I'll send you the code.
Alright.
Or I will share my scene screen as well. Okay, do you want to go first or second? Oh, I think I'll go first. Yeah, I'll show
Yeah.
you how to like play going first. So you want to have the stage here, both going first and second. So you mulligan for the stage. And going first,
Even in this hand I have, you would still mulligan this for stage, holding
what do you have
in the
here?
curve. 4 cost,
This
6
is
cost.
actually yes, this is perfect curve. So I think there's an argument to keep this because your curve is too perfect.
Yeah.
And then you hopefully draw into the stage because you do run all 8 of the Navy searchers. So here I'll just play the stage and then I'll definitely pick up the Rosi ball. And then do you usually remember your bottom deck?
I'm usually pretty good at remembering the first couple, and then it starts to get a little
I
muddy.
mean, the
I
remembering the first
start.
one is enough usually, and then you just want to remember the top card for your second one and onwards. The first one you need to remember because that's the one you actually reach.
So like in this search, would you just take the Borsa to guarantee it?
Uh,
Borsa.
I would take
I feel like there's an
the
argument for
Rosi
all three
searcher
of these
because
cards.
in this matchup you want to play as much 6 cost as possible.
Gotcha.
And then here you actually want to reduce the Dawn first because no matter what, you're gonna stay on free Dawn on the turn after. So if you're gonna do that anyway, you want to like do it now so that you deny the 4 cost law play as well. So they cannot play the 4 cost ramp law.
Would you filter it, or would you just meter
I would
effect? I don't
filter,
really
I would
want to
filter because
discard any of these.
the filter is free. Yeah, now you just throw away the useless card like maybe the 2K or the Mama. I think the 2K because we'll stay on free Dawn for quite a while. And then the Mama can actually get value. Oh, I will throw away the Drake though, but it's okay. And so I want to find as much Rosi Law as possible. Oh, I bottom deck one. Shit. Okay. Yep. And then just swing.
Do you take early in the mirror?
Yes, of course.
Kinda...
Yes. Just take. Fine. Because it's actually not worth for them to Rip Law. Rip Law is like -1 Dawn, and by playing Rip Law, you're not playing a 6 cost. And in the mirror, the 6 cost 8k character, the 8k characters are the only important characters. Because the 5k, 6k would just die when 8k swing into it. Yeah, I'll just take as well. Okay, that's amazing. And now I will just go 6 here.
I don't really have like a good 6-1 to give you, so I probably just 2k.
You would block Mama this because the Mama Ragan is not that good. Like until very late in the game.
You wouldn't. I was considering holding it like filter, try to find like. I guess yeah, you're just not gonna play the Sokka for a while anyway, so it would just be 6 Mama here.
And
Yeah, you're right.
even then, like Sokka and Sokka Mama is not that far off.
Yeah, you're right. Because we're gonna keep the Dawn count low, so Sokka's
the
not
card
gonna
draw
be
is
on
more
for quite a
important
while.
than the potential Sokka Mama. You just want the extra card there.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because even now you're already pulling ahead in hand size.
Yeah. And from here, basically, both player will not get the Rosi Law draw, and we're just battling like who draw more 6 cost Rosi Law. The one who draw more 6 cost is gonna have an advantage. So it's quite important that you run like full searchers. This is also why I run the 4 of the 1 cost searchers. Because some player would cut it. I don't agree.
I tried cutting it for a while and it just didn't I didn't like it.
So in the mirror, when when the leader swing, it's very important that you just block because you want their character to swing.
No.
Because when the character swing, they don't get the blocker value. Okay, the second 6k, I feel like I should also take. And here you want to end the turn with free dawn, so I don't ever get the saturate. Yeah, the Rosi effect.
Probably pitch stage here, I guess.
And then I will just start with the 8.
I guess what's the worst that could happen? You go 8, if I counter 1k, you can go like 6, make another Rosie Law filter 1, probably, is what you're gonna do. And then I could 2k out of that, but I'm losing cards in hand, or I could just take this. I feel like I would probably just take this free block.
Yeah, fair enough. And then I will swing 5, hoping that you messed up and didn't block. Okay. So I will pick up the searcher so that I can reach my 4th Rosie Law. Oh, I messed up. Damn. Okay. So, okay, I have the second Rosie Law here, but I messed up because I played a Kobe first. I should just play the Rosie Law. I cannot play the searcher, but it's okay.
Okay.
Well, let's say I didn't find the Rosie Law, and I can only Rift Law you, because that's also possible. Like that is one thing that could happen in the mirror. Is you just miss the Rosie Law, and then you just hope to rip the Rosie Law. Yeah, that's how it would go. And then I'm still finding my Rosie Law. Do I get it? I don't. Okay. But here I'm getting closer to my bottom deck because I know there's a Rosie Law in my bottom deck. It's my second search. And I'm actually
So
quite close to it.
there's like never a world where you try to clear the Rosie Law here, right? You just keep going face if you're gonna swing.
Yeah, of course, yes.
Yeah, you have too many cards in hand. I don't think I ever kill it. I think I can just swing everything here.
Yeah, fair enough.
Um, do you think I guess 6/6 demanding 2k is probably better than 5/6 demanding it, or
Yeah,
5/7?
because when you go 5, I can get the Mamarakan value. And I don't
Yeah,
think you want
sure.
that. Yeah, I'll get the Mamarakan value anyway. And then I got to my last Rosie Law.
I'm actually not 100% sure what the pitch here. Like it's do I just pitch the Sokka here?
Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to pitch the Saka.
Yeah, everything else is just playable more immediately than Sokka.
I'll just go 5 here. And then the 8.
Yeah, I just have to take this one.
Okay, I got to the bottom of my deck, I think. Okay. here both player is actually quite close to dying. So usually on here, when you run out of the Rosi Law, you would play Borsa this turn, like as a bridge towards your 7th dawn turn. Because if you play anything other than Borsa, you could very likely be dead. Because they could like lightning your 6 cost and then go for lethal, something like that.
Yeah, I guess Kobe's just risky.
Yeah.
If I miss search,
Yeah.
I definitely lose tempo and I might just lose the game.
Yes. And so
Um,
usually you want to play like Borsa, and then next turn you maybe have 7 Dawn, and then you could just like sack out something.
let me think. What can I swing here? I can swing at minimum 1/8.
You
I
would like
swing
to
you
calculate my
5/9.
maximum split, which in this case is probably going to be 7-8-8-8. If you can get out of 7-8-8-8, you should be chill. But you need to remember that we have the X Drake, the Gum Gum Lightning, the Blades Flame Split, the 1 cost rest 4 cost and then plus 1k, and then the Mamaragan. That's all the stuff you need to consider.
Yeah, I definitely can't get out of 7/8/8/8, I don't think. Well, this is heal 1, block 1, 2k, 1k out of a 7. So that's 7/8. I could go down to 0, but if you have any events, if you have Gum Gum Lightning, I die. If I swing everything. If I swing 1, jump block. I feel like I'd end up losing most of my board. But Borsa Pass just feels so passive.
I mean, you only do this when you're missing your Rosie Law, which is the case. And in this case, Borsa is your best bet. You don't really have a better play than that. Because any
Yeah.
other play, you might just die.
And you wouldn't swing anything here.
I
Oh,
would
leader, I guess.
swing all the swing and then leave exactly enough that I don't die. So here, I think it's pretty safe to swing the double AK. And here, I'll just immediately block, because this like could die to Mamaragan. And then I'm just gonna block this as well. And then counter the leader swing too. Maybe the 2k.
I think I have to filter here, looking for more counter. No matter what, you're gonna get value out of another Rosie Law. I mean, unless I just leader effect for nothing.
I
So I guess I
mean,
could. It's probably correct to deny you a card.
yeah, that's
But
possible, but you need to think about your next turn. What do you do in your next turn?
well, I
Well,
mean,
you're
if I
gonna
draw
double search
nothing,
for the Rosie Law. No, you can only single search for the Rosie Law.
yeah, because I'll have 7. So if I get Sokka, I can't play it.
I guess you're still stage though, because like stage is at least denying me a Dawn.
Just drop a brick.
And then if you leader effect here, I get 1 less draw, which is what you should be going for here. Because here, since I missed 1 turn of Rosie Law, our board is weak already.
But in reality, no misplay. You have 3 Rosie Law here. And
I
it's
mean,
tough
yeah,
swing.
but it's actually very possible that you just miss Rosie Law. You don't just always have everything, and you need to know how to play that as well. So this situation is when I missed the 3rd Rosie Law, kind of like that. And then here, this is extremely bad for me because I basically cannot swing anything, or I would just die. So yeah, this is a winning position for you, but you need to play carefully.
think. What can I swing?
And also, I messed up here. I shouldn't have gone stage. I should have just not stage. Because next time I want to go balls out with one Dawn.
It feels like I can't swing a ton either. I don't have Borsa. Anything I swing is probably gonna get like block 1K'd. You don't have I love you active. I think I can swing at least one no matter what.
Yes, that's
So
true.
just see what you do.
I'm just gonna take this. Because I'm desperate.
You have 1, 2, 3 blockers. I have 5 swings. And you have 7
I'm
in hand.
probably going for game next turn. I want to bait you into swinging your blocker. So if you just chill here, I think I just lose. But this is losing position for me no matter what, because I make too many misplays. Like last turn,
Yeah, I
I
think
should have not gone for the stage, because next turn if I balls out with one Dawn, I survive. But here I can only do balls out and then no Dawn. And then I don't survive
yeah,
that, I don't think.
yeah, I mean if I swing out and I don't kill you, I'm dead on board.
Yeah.
If I chill, I definitely have enough counter to
You
survive.
should still swing the AK. You always swing the AK here. Because the AK is gonna get something no matter what. You either get blocker 1k or you get the life. So you always get something here. But here the 6k is like worthless, so you actually don't swing the 6k. Usually in the mirror it's like this. You would swing the AK and then leave the 6k blocker. Usually it's like that.
I guess at this point I just dig for another Rosi ball. Don't find it. Find the Navy searcher. I should have taken the Borsa. I have a Kobe in hand. Oh, I think it's fine. But 2 Borsas on the bottom sucks.
And then the next turn I will show you what a desperate Rosie player would do when they're in a disadvantaged position.
I like to hear that. I just go 8 lead, take a card. Well, I guess that was, yeah, no, that's fine. We do this. This card is probably worthless for me now. We go. Let's just get
This.
then let's do this. Pick that up.
Okay.
Maybe I shouldn't have gained the rest of the Dawn. Yeah, I should have gained 0.
No, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Because that would mean next turn you have 6 Dawn. And with 6 Dawn, you can like do a lot more surviving. But here, basically, I don't play for another turn. So I would just try and go for game here. Like this. Like that. And
Oh.
then I say you do not have 1k counter. Which is not possible. And yeah, the game is over like that. So basically,
Okay,
that's
so
how
it's, yeah,
the mirror is played. You want to leave exactly enough blocker up so that you don't die. and then you just swing everything else to give some pressure. And you see here, like both players are actually quite vulnerable when like they have no dawn. So it's kind of a weird matchup and definitely one that you need a lot of practice on. So you need to like get some friends to play some Vera.